FLOM is the Folk Linguistics online mapping tool, and it's being developed in order to enable us to do more systematic collection of data on people's perceptions of language. What we have people do is we present them with a map, and they are asked, show us on this map where people speak differently.
Betsy was referred to me a number of years ago after contacting some of the Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, librarians at the university. And so she had a stack of several hundred maps, literally paper maps. And the question that she had was, how can I take these, put them into a digital format so I could start actually asking geographic questions with them. So we walked through a process of digitizing, scanning those maps, and then converting them into digital geographic files as part of the kind of starting process of our working relationship.
Now that we have a sort of interesting way to do the analysis, is there a way that we could systematize the data collection? And so we started thinking that, wow, this would be really good if people could draw directly on the screen.
So the major contribution that FLOM makes to especially linguistic research is that it takes a bunch of tools that were made for very specialized geographic research questions and puts them together into a singular package that is available to linguists, and that essentially cuts down on the amount of overhead that they need to invest in getting these tools up and running for linguistic research. What happens is that after people do the initial questionnaire, basically tell us a little bit about yourself, they're given a map with a couple of buttons. They'll select one of the buttons to allow them to start drawing, and then essentially circle areas on the map, and then provided a name so that it gives us a little bit more information. And they can do this for as many places that they feel dialects exist in the given area. So while Dr. Evans would have people go onto a map where she's provided regions that she wants to specifically know about, Nicole Chartier and I have designed a slightly different interface where the person is given the map they had just drawn again, but this time we ask them to identify the actual stereotypes that they identify with those regions. So in this case, it becomes a little bit more like an online interview.
The 6 Views of New England project started after FLOM had gotten developed to a point where it was able to be executable. Ben and I decided to collaborate and look at perceptual dialectology in New England. The hard part was that we are both here in Washington, and so it's very hard to kind of go back and forth from New England to collect data. So FLOM allows us to deploy perceptual dialectology methods online and collect data even though we're sitting here in Washington. One of the things I would like to do, it's called a voice placement tool, so it's using spatial analysis with perceptual analysis to see where in New England people believe that a speaker that doesn't pronounce R's is actually from.
We finally worked out the kinks, and we're pilot testing some research, collecting data on perceptions of English in New England. We'll be collecting data on perceptions of English in Washington again. So we're very excited about the end result.